After almost 2 months of waiting and going through the beta stages, we finally have iOS 26.3 released to the public. This is actually an amazing update. Even though it doesn't have a ton of new features and changes, it is still a good update with some really nice new features and changes, but also a ton of improvements when it comes to performance and of course battery life as well. I have to say that I'm really impressed with the battery life that I'm getting with iOS 26.3, and that since beta 1 it actually has gotten some really crazy results when it comes to battery life and performance as well. So in today's video, we're taking a look at this update, and I will show you guys a few really important things that I believe you must do immediately after you have updated your device to the new iOS 26.3. Now the first thing you must do is hit the subscribe button on the channel. Most of you guys that watch my videos are currently not subscribed to the channel, so if you enjoy the videos and you find them helpful, hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel a lot. And now let's get into the real stuff that you should do after you have updated your device to iOS 26.3. Now first of all, what you want to do is make sure that you have your updates configured the right way. Now here's what I'm talking about. Now when you go to your general settings and you go under software update, you will have here the automatic updates, and you will also have a section for beta updates. If you have been updating to the betas of iOS 26.3 and you no longer want to continue with the betas because you already have the RC installed, and of course iOS 26.4 is coming out on its first beta really soon. If you don't want to proceed with that, then go ahead and make sure you have turned off right here the beta updates. Also, always make sure you have automatic install right there enabled, and that is of course for new releases that Apple will release, because until the release of the new iOS 26.4 to the public, we will most likely have some smaller updates, so you make sure you have that enabled so you get that update right away on your device. Now another thing you want to make sure you have configured the right way is right here under the privacy settings. So right here under privacy and security, scroll down and you will find background security improvements. Make sure that you have this enabled. These are improvements that will be released to basically fix things under the hoods. These are not iOS updates. These are just like smaller updates that will be installed in the background, but make sure that you have them enabled right here. As you probably know by now, with new iOS releases, there will always also be releases from carriers. Carriers will release updates which actually will improve the connectivity of your cellular data. There are a lot of updates from a lot of carriers that will be pushed right away after a big iOS update. Now to install those updates on your device, what you need to do after you have installed iOS 26.3 is head on to settings, and right here under the general settings, all you have to do is go in on the about section and just stay there for like 10 to 15 seconds and you're good to go. If you have an update for your carrier, it will pop up right here on the screen, so all you have to do is of course just hit the install button. It will install in a couple of seconds. No need to restart your iPhone or anything like that. It is really fast. The next thing you want to do is make sure that you also update your apps. Usually when a new big iOS update is out, a lot of the popular apps will also get updates. So you want to make sure that you have the latest updates from those apps. So of course you get all the features from those apps, and also they're more compatible with your device. Now to do that, you can just head on to the App Store, go to your account, and you will have the update section right here. You can just go ahead, check for the updates, and install any updates that you have for your apps. If you don't want to do that manually, you can do that by simply enabling auto updates for your apps. You can do that by going to your settings, go to apps and find App Store. So here we have the App Store settings, and what you need to do here is under the automatic download section, just make sure that you have enabled app updates. This means that the apps will be updated automatically without you having to check for any updates at all. The next thing you want to do is make sure that you check the battery health of your device after you have updated. So head on to your settings, go to the battery section, and I will show you guys in a second here why you should do that. So you can see right here, this battery is at 83% battery health. Now, for sometimes you can see that the battery health of a device will be stuck on a certain percentage. It doesn't actually update. And sometimes even if you update your device, it won't change the battery health. But sometimes when you update, it will basically drop like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 points at a time. And that's really interesting because a lot of people think that the update will cause the battery health to drop. It is not actually what it looks like. The update doesn't make the battery health drop, but the update just shows the real battery health of your device, because most of the time this won't be updated on real time. And when you do update your device, basically what's happening there is that iOS is rechecking all the components of the device. That means that by that time it will actually show you the real battery health of your iPhone. And why you should check that? Because if you have a device, let's say just above 80%, and you updated your device and it has dropped under 80, that means that your iPhone won't actually work as fast as it should, and you need to replace the battery. You might not know that that has happened, so always make sure you go ahead and check the battery health of your device after you have updated your device, of course, if you have a battery that is close to drop under 80%. And last but not least will be the privacy settings. I suggest that every time you update your iPhone, which is most likely once every 2 months, go ahead and give it just take a look at the privacy settings on your device, which are actually really important. So head on to settings here under privacy and security, check things like, of course, location services. You can just go ahead and check all the apps that do have access to your location. You make sure that you choose the right settings for each app, and of course, check if any app that is there and it's not supposed to be there has the location enabled, to go ahead and of course turn that off completely. Now, after you have done that, you have also some really important things here to check, like of course your contacts, and you will have here things like your media and Apple Music. You will have your photos, of course, and then things like Bluetooth, the camera. You will have also the microphone of your device, things that are really, really important. So you go ahead and check all of these components of your device. Check and see which apps do have access to actually those settings and those parts of your device. Because a lot of times when you install new apps, they just show pop-ups asking you for permissions to have access to different stuff. Sometimes we're in a hurry to set up the app and just basically allow things that we shouldn't. So go ahead, check that, and also check the tracking list here. See if you have any apps here that shouldn't be on the tracking list. So that's basically it for this video, guys. These are a few different things that I believe you must do once you have your device updated to the new iOS 26.3. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, and of course subscribe for more, and I'll see you on the next one.